As you can see from that video before, Mitch has come with his absolutely insane S13. Russ has done a bump test, bumper alignment on it and a wheel alignment on it. So Mitch can get to Matsuri, but it's pretty cool having this thing here. You see, getting off the trailer, it's very, very loud. But he also brought up while he was here the scales. So we can see how heavy my car is. I have a feeling it's quite heavy. And Mitch's weighed his at 1250, which is light as. I reckon mine's probably got a few more hundred in it because nothing's been chopped out, but it'll be interesting to see what it actually does do. I reckon it's about 1500. Boys reckon a bit lighter, but interesting none the least.
It can't be that heavy.
Yeah. Nothing's in it, it's full, all the front's there, it's all tubbed. The rear, the only bit in the rear that's cut out is the bit where the spare wheel well is. So, and then we added a big radiator in the boot, dry sump tank, winters, bigger engine. You know, we'll see. We'll see what it does.
I think they work.
Are they in the foot-pounds of the...
Nah, they go to metric.
Oh, look at that. That was like the thing's army.
Yeah. They're exacto weight. It's going to be exactly right.
It's super light at the moment. It's bloody floating.
It weighs nothing.
It's floating.
Let it down, Russ.
Let it down. Too heavy, it's out of range.
Jesus Christ. Nothing like having one front wheel 125 kilos different to the other. Let's see what the total weight is. Turn on your bastard. There we go.
What we got?
1372.
Hey, I was close. I said 1350.
Yeah,
Look how far fucked up it is. Look at the cross weight. What is it? 55% cross weight. 58% cross weight. That's it. You got. It's all. Does it drive good?
No.
Here we go.
Yeah, alright, so there's something there that we need to look at. So that's pretty good that he brought the scales. It is lighter than I thought, which is good. But there's some work to do with the corner weights, so we're going to try and set that up and stay tuned. Alright legends, beautiful day. We are at Winton Raceway. We're here for round one of the HiTec Drift All-Stars. This will be our first season dedicated to pro. We're stepping up with the big boys and we got a lot of hot competition. Everyone looks fresh after obviously prepping their cars to get them ready. So everything's looking sweet, everything's looking nice. It's going to end up a little bit worse than we're after, but to be honest, just pretty happy to be here and be part of the scene. Feels good, feels fresh, everything feels fantastic. Obviously we haven't done any racing, that's probably why it feels so good, but definitely going to be a cracker day. Everyone's going out now for practice. Saturday is all practice, Sunday will be the competition. I think Pro-Am is qualifying this afternoon and we're qualifying tomorrow, then straight into the battles. So today I'm just going to take it easy in the morning. Just have a chill, see what everyone's doing. Obviously, we haven't done this part of the track before. We've done the back sections before, but we're on the front. We're on the front through here. So because I haven't done them before, we're just going to watch and see how everyone goes, and then we'll get in the car and have a go.
Fucking destroyed a wise.
Nah, just how do you do the line lock?
Restart.
How do you do a line locker?
Wise. No. Broke my shit again. In practice.
In practice.
So now we're gonna go searching.
All right, guys. So we're going to go out on the track. We've got the Cookie Monster with us. He's going to take us out using his special secret skills to get on the track so we can find Saxon's broken wide slab shaft. Hopefully put it back together. Worse or worse, he can fit in my car, so he can win for me, and then I don't have to do any work. We'll see how we go.
Pay for that.
And we're off on the Kia HiTec Racing.
Get the ripples?
HiTec batteries. Oh, we're off.
Alright, so it's up.
Where from?
So they're like little spaces,
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
they?
where from though? Where do you reckon it went bang?
Oh,
It was on the entry,
just up here.
so it could have flown down here. We'll have a look.
Can we hop out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we found it!
Back to base.
It is game day. Sunday, race day, Winton. Practiced yesterday very well. I had some problems with the binding of the steering column onto the wastegate dump. We pulled that out and bashed a big dent in it so that doesn't give us any problems. Taking some grip out of the car just so we can get it around the course, feel comfortable in it, and then we'll see how we go leading up into qualifying. And hopefully we get a good qualifying score and see how we go. I think there's about 18 of us in pro, so should be good showing. Sun's out at least, so that's good. Got this all fixed up. Dave from 180 Fab made that clutch reservoir for us to fix that problem with the chase bays. It was like dual feed, which cracked the reservoir. So that's all sorted. And it's not binding anymore. So we think we're pretty fast at the moment. Obviously we haven't done a whole lot of changes. We'll see how we go. Tyres, we got a bit of camber on it to slip it up. Because we were chasing the problem with the steering, so we can dial that back in today and see how we go. Alright, that's qualifying car. I can't even speak. Bloody retarded. That's qualifying done. Went alright. 2 bankers. We'll check up on the scores when they come through. We'll go watch the rest of the field. That felt pretty good. The sun is out. There was rain for a little bit. See how we go. See how we go. That's all we can do. Alright guys, so we're just out in the middle of the track. They've chosen me and Gleno to do a bit of a promo for the HiTec series, and they've just got like an old replay of when we went to Sydney in the Pro-Am days when me and Gleno had a battle and managed to get on the podium. So that's the pros now, but I'll film it when it comes on because it's pretty cool.
So hopefully it's just cloud cover at the moment. We're just cooling the track down and we can get through this top 16 here this afternoon. In the meantime though, one man who's down there is super excited to be back in 2023, Damien Cook.
Yeah, cheers, matey. I am excited. And we've got Benny Hodges here. Ben, you're actually into some battles this time. We've got rain out of the, nothing going through. There is some rain coming. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty confident actually. The car's working really well. Thanks to support from Super Performance and Link ECU. Car's dialed. Everything feels good. Qualifying felt good. We're going to see what the result it was. But yeah, real happy to be here in Winton. It's been a few years and we're just keen to get on the door.
Yeah, and obviously doing pro this year, Russ has given the car the tick of approval. Everything's happy from that end, and we just go and send it, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big step up for us. We're at the top of Pro-Am, now we're at the bottom of Pro, so we've got to like kind of, you know, find our feet and get back where we want to be at the top, and we're ready to do it this year.
Sounds awesome. Good luck, Benny.
Great to see Benny Hodges here returning to Winter Motor Raceway, where we saw just a couple of years ago when he was in the Pro-Am Series. Unfortunately, actually rolled the car here, so he did a fair bit of damage. They've rebuilt that car. He joined us at the end of last season for a couple of rounds, but stepping up into Pro and having that Zoo performance, I think, on his chest there and ready to go, as well as that Link ECU. A lot of support from so many people in the drift community.
Obviously close to his heart there a little bit, but the car presentation's fantastic. Driving was fantastic. I'm really excited to see Ben. I think he'll deliver.
I think he might deliver this weekend. We'll have to wait and find out.
Alright, so we just qualified 12, so about mid-pack, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we're all at the bottom, so we're mid-pack. We've got to go out against Sam Mudge, who's a Pro-Am driver, trying into Pro. We'll see how we go. Sam's a really good driver, and then see how it turns out.
It's credit to him and his team behind the scenes, but Glenn Omerod not too far from coming out on track again. As I'm just trying to see, is that Ben Hodges there?
Looks like Ben Hodges.
Looking in his side mirror there, look at that's a face radio.
So
he stepped it up into both categories here this weekend. Thought, you know what, I'll have a go at this Pro thing, and if I do it right, maybe I'll continue with Pro throughout the series, or whether I'll stay in Pro-Am. But just wanted to get the feelers out there, I suppose, because he's a super competitive driver, and we know that he really can take it up to some of these guys who've been around for many, many years. Ben Hodges alongside him, another one from Pro-Am, who stepped it up definitely this year, all thanks to Zoo Performance and Link ECU, and Hodges will lead us out.
Here we go into turn one. Benny Hodges on the initiation, getting it nice and settled on some moderate level lock. Like he's got a lot of lock there, but he sat on moderate level lock, got it sorted through turn one. On the loud pedal though, absolutely dialed. That's what we want to see. By the time he got settled at turn one, flying through the rest of the circuit, hitting those clipping points through the middle part, and I don't know if Sam Mudge could see a single thing.
He's definitely struggling with vision there at the moment. Doesn't want to let him go anywhere. The screamer pipe out through the bonnet, trying to be a bit intimidating, I think, to the other drivers there as he sticks through right on that back corner there. You see Hodges just has a little bit more pace with the 2J, starts to pull away a little bit, but Sam Mudge sacrificed a little bit of line over the ripple strip there. Doesn't let him get too far away, though. He really emulated him nicely through that middle section of the drift.
Benny Hodges really controlled that run. He really solid controlled that run.
Let's all conditions change because the clouds are everywhere. Here we go. Sam Mudge is going to lead us out now over Benny Hodges. He's already had to do the chase run. Can he get a win in this battle and go into the top 16 of the HiTec Oilers Pro category here at Winton, round number one? Nice angle there from Mudge.
Yeah, Sammy Mudge, very aggressive on turn one. Big flick to angle. It looks like he's got to take it to Benny Hodges because he knows that Benny Hodges put such a solid lead run down that Sammy's got to do the same thing.
You can see a bit of respect between the drivers, isn't it, when they get the arms? You know they've had a good time. Let's check out the Tri-Ace replay now as it comes up on screen. Mudge throws it in there. You see the big Mad Nat sticker on the back, and he gets a whole heap of angle. Transitions backwards. He's right on it there too, and Hodges puts a nose in.
Yeah, he's left the door open. Yeah,
he's definitely given Hodges an opportunity. It's only this transition back there where Hodges has come a little bit unstuck, maybe a little bit close there. As Sam transitions back.
Alright, so we got the first win of the season. Very, very happy with it. It was against Sam Mudge, Pro-Am driver trying to go in Pro. But he gave it all that he could, and it was touch and go, I reckon. But happy to get the win. We got to go against Matty Murphy now, fellow Zoo teammate. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll just enjoy the ride.
So having a look now, we do have the scores coming through for the Jabs battle, and it looks like Jordan Sanderson has got the win, and we'll go through in our top 8. Our next battle on Matt Murphy and Ben Hodges now, taking it out in the top 16 here for the HiTec Oilers Pro category. And look at him go out on the triple strip there, pushing it all the way. Matty Murphy from the ACT drops a wheel though in the final bit. We see a lick of dust come up. That could be a deduction, one wheel off.
Mate, that was really wide coming into that last zone. But let's just check out the Tri-Ace replay. Initiates into turn one, looks pretty steady. Big lock, so he's gone really deep, and you can see the white line on the track. He's gone nearly to the far outside of the track, which is well too deep into turn one. That's made Benny Hodges, he's got to readjust what he's doing, but he's done a great job to follow, and then again pushes really, really wide into that last zone. throws him offline. He drops a wheel in the dirt over there. James Abbott next to me, and then the heavens opened. Amazing.
And now our starters looking for a bit of cover under that jacket and hope they can keep their head dry. Matt Murphy now in the lead position. He went a little bit wide on a couple of corners, but we've gone rain now. Totally different track conditions for him and Ben Hodges, and we might have seen a trickle of rain that we didn't notice before that could have caused Matt Murphy to go a little bit wide.
Yeah, could have.
But that's a slight bit of moisture on the track. It's wet now.
It's really wet now. We're just looking straight out the window, and the whole surface of the track is wet. The roofs around us are all wet. This is a really different environment now going into the top half of this day. And Benny Hodges is going to lead him out. I know that Benny Hodges will be a bit cautious. He'll be steady going into this turn. And both of the drivers have really just got to maintain what they've got to do. And this is impressive so far. I mean, look at that. I mean, he's just still Benny Hodges in the lead, still hitting exactly the clipping points, hitting the markers that he needs to. We're going about a quarter of the speed.
No, we're not in slow motion if you're watching us. We're definitely not in slow motion. It is a very wet track now at Wyndham Motor Raceway for round one. Very different. Ben Hodges does a nice line. I think Matt Murphy fell off line. For me, the advantage is going to go to Ben Hodges in this one.
Alright, so the top 16 battle's done. Went out and chased in the dry. Felt good. Felt close, felt like it hit all the points, and then it just started pissing down rain. So we're doing our second run, and I was in the lead, and it's torrential. Whole weekend, the semi-slick rubber down on the track, and it was like worse than ice. As soon as I initiated, the car just went whack straight to angle. And managed to hold on to it and get a run through. So we're just waiting now to see if that was good enough to get through. And unfortunately, Saxon has had a clutch failure, so he would have been our next battle if we make it through Matty Murphy. Not sure yet, but if we do, then we got good old Benny Meir, the mentor, the godfather. So let's see how we go. All right, team orders, pressure to the moon. We're going to raise it up, and then low boost, no anti-lag. So we'll see how that goes. But we got the big bloody legend of a guy. Stand up, always giving advice. Appreciate it.
Lined up against Benny Hodges, who's joined us here for this season. Hasn't Benny Hodges done a good job to be back in the series, but under the Pro? Of course, stepped up to the 2J engine power plant there, of course, Link ECU all over the side of it. He's done everything, dry sump, everything, new ECU. It's all good for Benny Hodges. As they come through the S's now, Benny Meir has to just go over the ripple strip a little bit. He's trying everything. Yeah. Another one of the naturally aspirated V8 cars. It's just not really finding the traction out there.
I think it just might just be such an all or nothing environment in the V8 cars. Yeah, maybe the turbo lag is going to actually feed into an easier or more predictable play within the lag zone instead of the boost zone, perhaps, with some of these turbo cars. But
here we go. Benny Meir's going to lead us out in the 311 Motorsport now. Benny Hodges will come up behind, see what he can do. What's the proximity going to be like in turn number one? Benny, well, he's going to try and get in there. Ben Meir throws the car, and oh no, he over-rotates and takes the front bar off there. Contact made with Ben Hodges. That is so unfortunate from the bends.
And Benny Hodges was right there with him. You can see on the Trios replay, Benny Hodges is getting up, and he's obviously looking pretty confident. He's like, yeah, right, okay, Ben Meir's set up. I'm feeling pretty good. He's sitting in a pretty good spot. Wow, there it is, the over-rotation. He's grabbed the handbrake to try and turn the car around to avoid Ben Meir's rotation around into his door.
Yeah, we're getting the point out. Look, he's still here. Benny from the block. You've been on your lid here. You've had computers full of water.
Yeah.
You're up here at the pointy end.
I can't believe it. I'm absolutely stoked. I'm blown away. I can't believe the car's held up, but obviously with Zoo on board and Russ helping out in the pits, it's just been a dream drive. We've managed to get through the top four, and I don't know what to say about it. It's great.
Going.
Yeah. We'll see how we go. I'm just happy, just stoked to be here now.
Benny Hodges down there with Cookie, and look, he would be watching on, I reckon, watching Roger Hansen going, where's this guy come from? This one's going to be one. Look, so happy just to make it into the top four at the moment, Benny Hodges, and he's going to be taking on Brad Toohey in the next round. So that is going to be a huge scalp if he can get that one. Brad Toohey's going to lead us out, though, in the Zestino Tyres A+ Towing GT86 over the Zoo Performance Link ECU, Ben Hodges, S15, here we go, Tui in, nice, Tui gets the angle on there, it's a little bit shallow, but he's not right up on the ripple strip, gave him a little bit of room for Hodges, does nice through there too, comes in a little bit shallow at the end, oh, he's over the ripple strip, he's not going to make that out of field zone. Wow, that's going to be a big point deduction. The track is definitely changing because we have not seen Brad Tui do that all weekend.
What a change. It seems like the track literally changed just between the last couple of laps. You know, we're seeing so much more speed on entry as we see here coming into turn one. We're seeing tyre smoke on the lap as well. It was a big flick coming through the second part of it. It's all looking pretty good for Brad, but then he just chomps a bit of that inside ripple strip. He's just too shallow. That then sends him shallow on the turn 3 inside ripple strip. So no outer zone at all coming into the last part of the circuit. That's going to be a big... It's just so challenging, and you know, you get the pressure of top 4 as well. You know, you're pulling up on the line next to Brad Tui, you're Ben Hodges. You know, how am I going to tackle this? How am I going to get the confidence in my driving, confidence in the car to put it in the right spot? I still need to get the judging criteria.
Ben Hodges all the way. He knows he's got a disadvantage coming into this one.
Yep.
So how much is he going to try and get on the door of Hodges there? He puts the nose in there. Can he get the 86 right up? Hodges shuts the door down, doesn't let him in. Same as what Brad Tui did. So we're 1 for 1 when it comes to these corners. And again, Hodges not giving him a lot of room, but Brad Tui's proximity is much better.
Much better.
Hodges, though, pushes his car out wide. We're not seeing Tui do that either. He's not getting those out of field zones. And this is the moment where I am glad I've won. Benny Hodges has actually got the win over Brad Tui there. And we saw that mistake from Brad Tui, which he hasn't done all weekend. Meantime, let's head down to Damien Cook.
Yeah, Benny, a bit of a scalp there. You got Brad Tui. We caught a bit of the battles down here. What's your take on it?
I was just happy to battle him, to be honest. I was just over the moon to keep the car on the track. A lot of mistakes on both parts, I think, so it'll probably come down to just who made the more mistakes at the end of it.
Yeah, and there seems to be like definitely a dry and a wet line there. Is that hard to handle?
It's absolutely horrible. The first run we went out was on low boost and it was gripping up, and when I went straight to high boost just to be able to make it through. But then you hit the wet patch and you're sailing.
Yeah. All right, good luck, mate, and go in the top 2.
Benny Hodges is going to be chasing down Roger Ianson.
Here we go. Coming into turn 1, ladies and gentlemen, the setup is the most important part of this lap. Here we go. Roger Ianson looks very, very tidy. Benny Hodges still sitting there right beside him. The switchback through the middle part of the lap, all looking pretty tidy so far. Wiper blades are on. Obviously, there's a bit of moisture down. Both drivers pushing wide into that outer zone, flick back up the hill and drive over the finish line. Final now in the wet conditions.
Can he come home with the win? We'll wait and find out. Roger Ianson wants to stop that. He's chasing him down, and Benny Hodges will throw Link ECU Zoot Performance S15 into the first corner.
Reasonable setup from both the drivers. They're looking on lock and on a great line. This is a really impressive battle coming through the mid part of the section. Benny Hodges left a lot of room for Roger to get up in the door pocket, which he's done a great job of. Pushing wide out to that outer zone, just touches the ripple strip with the back tyres. Benny Hodges, great lead run. Roger Anderson, great chase run. Oh, it must be so stressful.
All right. Let's look. Who was it going to be between Roger Ianson and Ben Hodges were our next pairing out there, and this one was another tough battle. The rain came down and we didn't know who it was going to be. Both drivers have been here before in the HiTec Alls, haven't done a lot of rounds, but in second place today it is Ben Hodges. I don't think we're going to be able to wipe that smile off your face for the next couple of weeks, are we?
It's going to be there for the rest of the season, I reckon.
Look, mate, big stick up into pro. Obviously, not happy hunting grounds here before, but you're on the podium. You're in pro, you're on the podium.
Yeah, I know. It's such a turn of events. We come here and had an accident a couple of years ago, and we turned it all around, and here we are. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's wild.
Who do you need to thank for being here this weekend?
Obviously, without Zoot Performance and Link ECU, we wouldn't be here at all. So big ups to them to getting us here and getting us all sweet. And obviously, Russ getting the car dialed so that we can actually put it on a show and put it on the podium.
Oh, mate, we'll let you get up there. In second position there. Give it up, Benny Hodges. And of course, Ianson, ladies, your winner for round number 1 of the 2023 HiTec Drift All-Stars Series at Winton Motor Raceway. We're about to get wet, yeah. Bring the kids back. We're going to pop some champagne here. Not the trophies, ladies and gentlemen. After a big weekend here this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, want to thank you all for watching us out on the live stream here, the HiTec Drift All-Stars Series in 2020.
Holy shit, we got on the podium. We come second. So stoked. Packing up now. Absolutely couldn't believe it. The conditions were horrible. Slippery, dry. I'll put some clips in from the live stream so we can see the story as it unfolds. Car's just in one piece. Had a little bit of a bingle there with Benny Meir when he spun around, but oh my god, smelled like champagne. Clothes are wet. We got a 2-hour drive back to the airport now, so we're gonna book it. I did say to myself, oh, where's the frothies? Russ, where's the frothies? The victory drinks.